Hey everybody, welcome back. At time of recording slash streaming, it is Christmas, so Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope you're enjoying a wonderful day, got lots of fun gifts, spent time with your family. I thought, what better way to spend my Christmas afternoon than learning another deck? I actually haven't really played much Morgana Mordekaiser at all this patch. I don't know why, I kind of just like, it felt like in my mind like it wouldn't be my favorite style. But since I picked it up, I actually really have enjoyed it, although I haven't played it a ton, just a few games here and there. It's a very powerful deck as well, and I really wanted to hit Masters before the new year. I'm kind of grumpy that I haven't hit it yet. I've been really struggling to find decks to climb with. I've tried a whole bunch of different strategies, and I just really can't find my groove. I stalled out one game away from Masters, and now I'm back in like Diamond 3, so it's definitely been one of the harder seasons for me to get to Masters in quite a while. So hopefully this deck can help us get there. I love Morgana. She's one of my favorite cards from the new expansion. And Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser's a very powerful card, obviously. And there's so many broken combos that can just take over games when you can keep reviving Rekindler with Deathless. It gets pretty crazy. You have lots of efficient removal options. And like, for example, here we go. Death's Grasp. That's a vengeance for most occasions against important units. You can kill Veins or Morganas, right? There are so many units that for 3 mana to fast speed kill them is so insane when you want to be killing your units anyway. So obviously you have to play around your opponent removing those units, but overall I think the deck is just so solid. You have Scholarly Pioneer as a flexible way to push extra damage by pulling away good blockers, getting rid of small units, and obviously the Explorer spells themselves are so incredibly useful. Our deck list is pretty standard. This is a deck list I got from Trickster Starry off of the Mastering Runeterra website. He just recently uploaded a guide. So I figured I'd just run that back. I don't know too much of the deck to try any techs or anything. And yeah, let's see how we go. Morgana Riven. Okay, I haven't played against this one in a while. It was one I enjoyed at the start of the season, but I have not played it myself. Spectral Ironheart is such a good card, but I don't think it's a card I want to keep here. Hate Spike doesn't kill either of their champions. And this is just a nice way to start getting slays down and get our units big. Sure. I think I'm fine with this one. It's just a turn 1 way to get 2 units. Obviously, Fading Icon, I was literally just gonna have to look up the name of this card, gets 2 units as well, and at least gets pressure on the board with a 3 power. But I don't think this one I necessarily need to be contesting on his board as much with my unit's stats. If we can kind of deal with their... Yeah, this is a problem. I actually have not seen that card very often, but that is a good card. I will maybe go Darken Halberd here. I mean, if I just play the Last Wind, it shuts down their entire turn. No. This actually seems kind of interesting. I'll try this. I was thinking of just playing Fading Icon, or just equipping the Darken Halberd. But yeah, I could just do this, and Darken Halberd lets me get this guy pretty big on board, if I wanted to. Obviously, now that he's damaged, he can't really attack next turn. I like that, though. Ceaseless Sentry's nice. Ceaseless Sentry plus Glimpse always feels good.
To serve the greater good.
I think I can just pass here. I'll probably just Glimpse Beyond next turn. Now I think Morgana goes around Spell Shield, but I'm going to have to actually hurt her at some point. Like, I can't just leave her there forever. So Mordekaiser's one way I can deal with that. Because if they don't have any defensive stats, Riven still dies to the Mordekaiser. I mean, I'm going to be killing this guy anyways. I think I'm just going to start here. And I'll see what they do. Okay. This is an interesting one. I don't know if I love that from our opponent. I understand pushing the damage. I think that's nice. But I'm going to I think I'll honestly just do this. Then what? Wait, I want to kill something here to draw. He's dying anyways. Should I just kill one of these? I need to clear up board space eventually. I don't want them to have any units on board, so that if we do start to represent any of our own pressure, it kind of forces them to start blocking with Riven. Like, I want to kill their challenger. I'm hesitant to let this live, or to let this die, because I don't want them to get the extra weapons, but they're going to be getting the next Reforged token anyways. So I kind of need to kill Riven here. We could top deck like a Scholarly Pioneer to threaten her. But I don't know how good this is. I'm a little worried, honestly. What I'm going to do here is actually Spirit Leech. Try to find some cards, like Hate Spikes, or anything. If we could find a double Hate Spike, for example. Mage Seeker Inquisitor, that's another good draw we could have had this turn. I'm going to just assume next turn that we have to play Morgana. They're going to play the slow speed Blade of the Exile, and that's going to give us a chance to use Morgana. I don't think they have any strike spells, right? Like, they're kind of just all in on the Overwhelm strategy. So my thinking is, as long as we don't die this upcoming turn.
Such beauty in mortality.
I'm just gonna... I don't think there's any reason for me to leave a Ceaseless Sentry alive next turn, necessarily. Because I can't spend that mana on the Shackles next turn. 4 mana for the Shackles just on my Ceaseless Sentry. Obviously, it would be nice to be able to set up Mordekaiser. That's one thing I can do. Depending on how this turn goes, I might just go Mage Seeker Inquisitor. Set up a Mordekaiser next turn. Flickering the Inquisitor.
Even a fragment snuffs out lives. Even shattered hearts mend in time.
I could also just play Morgana. Oh. What to do here? They're leaving up just enough mana to play around the Shackles. I could have leveled up Morgana. I don't think that does anything this turn, though.
Really just needed some pace to reassemble.
Morgana's leveling next turn. If I take 9 damage this turn. That seems impractical. I'm really lost here. I don't know why I'm struggling so much with this. I'm not quite sure what's the best play here. I don't think Morgana's all that good. I'm going to rule Morgana out. I think I'm just going to play Inquisitor and leave a Glimpse Beyond. I'm not blocking anything, though, that way. But neither are these guys. Okay. I'll just get Morgana on board. No, what am I doing? Okay, I'm just going to do this. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm just going to get this down. Next turn, play Mordekaiser so I can get an extra special Ironhound. And hope that lets us carry the game next turn. I just don't think Morgana's going to do anything right there. I need Mordekaiser to threaten Riven. We've only drawn 1 Hate Spike here to, like, stop her. So we can't go through that spell shield very easily. And now I can throw away this guy to save some HP. Seems kind of good. Not good, but understandable. I don't know. I have a Vengeance available for Morgana. I just need to try to kill that Riven. Ooh, that's interesting. So this turn we kind of try to flip the tables. I don't know if they have too many stuns, but we're at least pushing a lot of damage. They could have a second. Yeah, okay, I was gonna say Morgana spell is actually kind of bad.
Be still.
We have 8 mana next turn, so we can go Vengeance Hate Spike. Yeah, okay, so on the open attack, we're actually okay if they don't have an Overwhelm spell, like a Might or a Fragment that gives Overwhelm. But if they give the Overwhelm Fragment, we'd at least know ahead of time.
You will know suffering.
I don't know, they just have so much mana. Oh, at least we didn't get anybody shackled. Okay, well. Gonna buck here. Okay, what are the odds that they run? Noxian Fervor. I don't think very high. I'm gonna force them to do something first. Might. Okay. So now I just have to hope they don't have another one. Which seems unlikely. They almost certainly have something here. Sure. Man. It was kind of awkward. Like, some of our cards here we didn't get to play. But again, it's just one of those things where I'm probably just too inexperienced on the deck. I don't have the sequencing down. It's a very interesting deck, though. I felt like there were a lot of decisions to make, and I just was not sure where to go. Obviously, Riven getting Spell Shield, and we just didn't really have any way to deal with her early on, was a little cumbersome in our quest. But I thought that was a really fascinating matchup. I'd love to play that one again. And obviously getting some, like, input from someone with more experience with the deck would make a big difference in those situations. Because I simply just don't have the reps on the deck yet. Which is part of why I'm recording this, so, you know, kind of go through my thought process and everything. Echo Jinx. Haven't seen that one too much either, actually. I think this is a good start. Inquisitor threatens both their champions before they're leveled. And Echo, too. But the spell suppression is so obnoxious for aggro decks. Because you have to be so mana efficient. And all of a sudden having to spend so much mana on... Like, instead of, you know... 2 mana unit plus a Mystic Shot on turn 2 or whatever to get rid of my... I don't even know. You know what I mean? But it adds up really quickly. I think I can go Ceaseless Sentry here. They might just take the trade. Because I don't mind blocking this. Okay. I'll start with Fading Icon. I can just get multiple chump blockers on the board if need be. Yeah, like, so for example, Time Check, like right here, if they had a suppression in hand, obviously it's too early in the game, but you know what I mean. Like, they need to be so efficient with their mana that it kind of adds up. I can end the round here. I'm the more controlling deck in this matchup, I believe, so I don't have to force anything. I can leave my chump blockers around to save more damage later.
Never had luck, never needed it.
Well, what I'm going to do here is a little tricky. Oh no, I can just do Mage Seeker Inquisitor. Yeah, that works too. Now they can't respond with a Mystic Shot or anything to kill my target. Yeah, so now I just get to kill Echo for free. Never mind, I don't have a... Brain fart, brain fart. I thought I had a Hate Spike. I don't. It's a Death's Grasp. Well... Oh gosh, she's leveled anyways. That's kind of crazy. Well, I'm just going to glimpse beyond my Ceaseless Sentry then. My bad. I think this is still fine, but... I think this is still fine because otherwise, if I hadn't played my Mage Seeker Inquisitor right then, it would have made it so that they have a chance to respond if I like tried using a Death's Grasp anyway.
You cannot break a shattered soul.
We must tell
Oh.
our stories, lest they be forgotten.
I don't think I like that very much. That needs to die for sure. Again, we can play around that though, unless they have a maybe like a blowback or a red negation, but no red negation now. So I'm just gonna start here.
Such petty defiance.
Should I risk Morgana
Into the dark.
if they have a way to respond here? I think that's fine. Anyway, I can stop their Echo from hitting here. Obviously, our deck is pretty good at that. I'll pass in case they have a rally in hand. Oh, are you kidding me? They just top decked it? That's so frustrating.
One more time.
Well, I think I'm probably just dead now. I threw that one away, probably. Okay, well, I'll just place these this sentry here. Is that right? They're going to be getting a hit with Echo this turn no matter what. So should I just save like an extra 4 damage? I guess so. Sure. I'd like to take an extra action here to equip Morgana, but... Okay.
Pain must be felt.
That's really brutal. I walked right into that Chrono Break. I was really hoping they just, since they didn't have any predicts, like the odds of them top decking it, you know. I'll play Thesis Sentry in case you ever top deck our Mordekaiser. I kind of want as many units on hand as possible. Next turn, Mage Seeker Inquisitor. Is that impressive at all compared to a Spectral Ironhound? He's just not a very good defensive unit when they have Voice of the Risen on board. So again, I'm just going to start with Mage Seeker Inquisitor so we can at least threaten Echo.
What is beyond my reach? No one.
I'm actually gonna just end the round here. I don't think I have any good play here. Going after Echo walks into another Chrono Bake really bad because they get the free predict and they still have so much mana available. Next turn I have fine blocks. I'm still at 19 health. I can just take my lumps for a turn or two until I can find Mordekaiser.
My own stunts.
I'm gonna have to take some risks here though. I don't know why they teched here first. If they don't have right negation, I think we're actually okay. Ooh, that's actually kind of interesting. Ooh, where do we go from here? Next turn we'll have 9 unit mana. I could just set up these two. Again, they're fine blockers and could threaten the Voice of the Risen. I also just need to hope they don't find another Chrono Break here. Or like a Jinx. If they find a Jinx and have a way to empty their hand soon, we don't have a great... That's not good, okay. I will remove keywords here. Try to stop the Echo or Jinx from being able to have quick attack.
Rules are made to be broken.
Yeah, we just don't have any quick interaction here. Obviously, like a hate spike or something would be good. Ooh, there we go. Okay, perfect. That's good. Jeepers, this guy's actually... Well, Jinx, she has so much damage if we can't kill these guys. Okay, hold on a second.
When we look ahead,
This is not gonna end well for us, right? Like, there's no way. Oh, I guess I can do this. This makes it much safer for my Jinx to survive. Not my Jinx, my Mordekaiser. Should I do that, or should I try to guarantee this dies? The Voice of the Risen? I think this is fine. I'm gonna have to risk this, I think. Again, just hope they don't have Chrono Break. The fact that they hesitated makes me think they don't have Chrono Break. Okay. A 3-for-1 at least? Come on. I don't even know how to play around that deck, man. I'm sure I messed up early in that game, but I feel like I always get so outclassed by that deck. This is what I mean. I feel like this deck is so good, but I'm making like a billion little mistakes that I'm like, I don't even catch until later, you know what I mean? And that's the most frustrating part for me. Like, I should at least see where I was going wrong. Maybe I need to change my mulligans more aggressively for removal. Who is that? Morgana. Oh, okay. I don't know why I didn't even recognize that skin. Like, here, I'll keep this. Legion of the Severed's a nice keep. Can just push an okay amount of damage. But I'd rather find removal rather than draw, or my champions. Although I don't know if Mordekaiser's one I necessarily want in the opening hand. It's just because he's so valuable to the deck's game plan. This hand looks pretty nasty. Even if we don't find a Mordekaiser, giving our Morgana Deathless is pretty good. I'll get on board here. We can at least push some damage next turn if they don't play anything. Although, Freljord, I haven't seen this deck before. I wonder if it's like a control deck. Morgana seems like she could actually become a win condition, at least in this scenario. Oh. So I'm going to give her Deathless rather than my Ironhound. Because she's at least... I'm going to be... I need to play her more often, I suppose, than the Ironhound would like to shackle their Yumi units. This might be a Bone Club deck. That'll do. Oh, interesting. I don't think that was necessary. You could have saved that for another round. Oh, I guess it's not a Pantheon deck. It doesn't, but like the Faded trigger at least. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna kind of curve out here. I'll just play my 6-drop next turn. Force them to slow down their game plan if they want to do this. Sure, I think it's totally fine. I got my Morgana on board. You unshackled your White Flame. This guy is insane. He's actually gonna be able to contest this White Flame, which is nice. So many times, but like this point in the game, I'm like, oh, well, their White Flame's out of range. But this time, we got a spooky little doggy to help along, and his weird friend.
You cannot break a shattered soul.
I wonder if we can level our Morgana faster than them. Actually, what is this? Is this like a Morgana's Dark Binding? Or a freeze? I think that's fine if it's a freeze. Because this is the unit that gets more 1,000 Cloud Deathwinders, so if they use a freeze here and I eventually just revive this. We can level Morgana this turn, that's pretty good. It'd be awkward though. It'd be like Gloomy Beyond Hate Spike somehow. I don't know if that's good. I think I'm just gonna take this attack.
Share in my
see what they do. I'll keep up Vengeance. I don't know what they could do here, but... Yeah, if they don't kill my Pioneer, I'm still gonna let this resolve so that the Morgana is just down to 1 HP, and they don't have any other units on board to interact with. They're not obviously hate spike regions, so that doesn't matter. I think this is fine then. I'll just let this go. I can obviously just Vengeance this Morgana at any point too, maybe? So if I need to Glimpse Beyond something this turn. I would like to Glimpse Beyond at some point to try to find Aatrox. Excuse me, Mordekaiser. Do I want to kill any of this though? I think I'm just gonna start here.
I do not fear them.
I don't love this
far
play,
worse than this.
but I think they're trying to get a deck that levels Morgana pretty quickly. And then I can get my Morgana leveled.
We're off on a new adventure.
You will know suffering!
I'm feeling like we're in a pretty good spot. Nice, okay, that's good. If I get Mordekaiser down this turn, we can get double Morgana back as well since she has Deathless. And they'll have 1 unit on board that's threatening us, but we're still so healthy, I don't think that's a threat anytime soon. Alright, this seems pretty bad for our opponent. We're gonna have triple Morgana? I don't even actually know what's gonna trigger here.
I have found great strength.
I'm gonna test this out here. Mordekaiser is gonna be leveled soon too. Here's a little trick. I'm just gonna spend 2 mana to get this guy unshackled, rather than the 4 mana, and I get to draw cards along with it. Nice. I love my hero. I think that's such a cool card. I don't know why. I love like the golden colors, and like the purple coloring too. All right, Mordekaiser. Show me what you got. What if I just start with a Vengeance, for the sake of leveling Mordekaiser? No, we're winning, right? Like, there's no way we're not winning if I just open attack. Nice. Oh my gosh. So it's Christmas, right? We were opening our gifts together as a family today, and we have a little doggy, you know, the one that always barks on my stream. And so like, she jumped up in my dad's lap, and he's like, I don't know, something said like, "Hey, come here," you know, something like that, like just calling the dog over. But for whatever reason, it just triggered in my mind Mordekaiser's "I am not done with you," like yelling at a puppy, like "I'm not done petting you." It was funny. I guess I play too much, but what can you do? What can you do? Morgana doesn't even seem like a card that's incredibly valuable here in the early game. I have no idea what the mirror match for this is like. I'm gonna try to use my Scholarly Pioneer to kill off their Ceaseless Sentry so they don't have it on board for Mordekaiser. I think I'm gonna disable keywords to stop Mordekaiser from like potentially killing my Morgana or my Mage Seeker Inquisitor. They burnt 1 mana here, and I'm gonna make them play suppression. So I'm pretty happy with that. Obviously, I'm opening myself up to a hate spike here or something. Yep, you got it. They essentially just spent 6 mana there doing nothing. You know what I mean?
No one is beyond my reach. No one.
If I forgot it, then no.
Beg for mercy.
I'm pretty happy to force this fight here. Also, I don't want to kill this guy with Mordekaiser. I'm just getting so much board space clogged up. I'd rather kill my Ceaseless Sentry and my Mage Seeker and Inquisitor. So yeah. Just trying to like get my guys to be more valuable on board when I resurrect them with Mordekaiser than theirs. I can still try to kill this guy this upcoming turn if I'd like. With a Death's Grasp. Oh, interesting. I haven't seen that card played too often. At least in this standard.
You cannot break a shattered soul.
Why delay the inevitable?
I don't know if that is a good trade or not, but I think I'd rather make sure they can't keep resurrecting the suppressions.
Anyone gathered here is an enemy of the crown. I will bless you with death. I am not done with you.
Our Mordekaiser is substantially further along in his level up too. Next turn when we untap, we'll have lots of ways to kill stuff as well.
It will all be over soon.
I just want to make sure we're burning cards. Not that we could do anything at this point. But like if we find a Mordekaiser off the top, Morgana, sorry, wow, I think I've messed those guys' names up like 10 times today. Okay, that's actually really good. I'm going to start with my attack. I don't want them to have top decked a Mordekaiser at any point here. And if they kill my Mordekaiser, I just get to play Rekindler. What's his name? Aragorn! Bring me oblivion!
The breath takes, the waters give.
I want to try to kill this Morgana. If they play any other card here. Oh wait, never mind, she's leveled. Okay, well, that stinks.
No other choice.
I think I'm just gonna Glimpse. Since I can't kill this Morgana. With my Death's Grasp. That's why I was holding on to it. Like, I didn't want to force it if they had any Death's Grasp or Hate Spike of their own. So I'm just trying to be the more reactive player in that situation. That's a little bad though. That's not great. Our champions are going to be leveled very soon though. We should have Mordekaiser leveled for our next attack. And Morgana. Sweet. Okay, that's big.
Do not look away.
Hmm.
Death is everything.
Nice.
Anguish. I am your darkness. I am your truth. I have found such beauty in mortality.
This deck is so fun. I'm having such a blast right now. Okay, alright, GG. Cool game. That was an interesting one. I don't know if I played that perfectly. I feel like I didn't quite
Embrace this
play it perfectly at all, but it was a good one. I like that. Are there any Christmas puns I can make with Morgana and Mordekaiser for like my YouTube clickbait title? Something like, I don't know. I don't want to say anything cringy. I was gonna say like, I'm not done with my presents. Tried this deck. It sucked. I loved the idea of it, but I could not win with it. I'll play Fading Icon so I can go turn 2 Fading Icon, turn 3 Interaction onto Zed. I played so much Omen Hawk this season. Kind of made me smile. I used Warden of the Tribes to climb like with like 45 games right up to division to the game before Masters, like I mentioned. Then things did not go so well after that. You can see I've barely played any Mordekaiser. Like today's like the first day I played him, except for the very first day of the season. So definitely getting more experience. You know, it's just such an important part of card games like this. But I'm having fun. You know, it's Christmas. Don't judge me too harshly. This reminds me so much of Heroes of the Storm for some reason. Like this picture right here reminds me of Ophelia. And I never played much Heroes of the Storm at all. But for whatever reason, that's just the vibe I'm getting. I love like the Raven vibes. I don't know if it's supposed to be Raven. I guess with the Black Feathers, it has to be Raven, right? Or just like Evil Angel, you know? I think it's so cool. Alright, probably just gonna go Fading Icon here.
You must know me, little one. You must.
Dark Halberd seems so good with Morgana too as the double trigger. I was exchanging stories with my friend the other day about how Tarash had gotten us a few times this season.
You see me? Yes.
Regen is actually kind of interesting in in this matchup with Morgana. A 3-5 with lifesteal regen. I think I'll pass for that reason. Force them to do something, right? We're the reactive deck.
silent as death.
I don't want to tap out below Zed. I could just turn this into a 4-3 and give Morgana. What if I do this, actually? So next turn I can play Morgana plus Death's Grasp.
I cannot
I love this card. Shadow Assassin and Green Glade Duo. Those are such iconic cards. Iconic in the truest sense of the word, as far as video games go. It's no Van Gogh, but to me, I could put like, you know, like those cool like metal display brand posters. I love those things. I have an Ari and a Felios one on my wall right now, and I just got another Halo Infinite one today. Pretty cool. I could post those things of like Shadow Assassin, Omen Hawk, all the annoying Ionia elusives decks. Ari Kennen, man, those are the days.
Hey, Krabby.
Pretty happy to just play Morgana here.
I have found such
If they unshackle, they'll be pushing 3 damage, and I can kill kill this if I need to. Going into next turn, I could play these 2 units as well.
The order rewards its faithful. They cannot hide.
Morgana's gonna be leveling soon. I am gonna do this. It saves 4 life, which seems pretty important, and it lets me re-equip the Darkened Halberd to level Morgana this upcoming turn. Turn 6 attack with Morgana actually seems kind of nasty. In a matchup like this, all their units are gonna have 3 or less health unless they've gotten buffed by Omen Hawk, so it's pretty big. Oh man, that's actually really good too. If I play Mage Seeker Inquisitor, they can't attack with this unless they spend 6 mana. I don't think that's my play this turn, though. I think I play Inquisitor next turn. Because otherwise, I can play Inquisitor this turn. And Fading Icon, but that's it. So Morgana doesn't level. If I play Legion of the Severed, Fading Icon, and Darkened Halberd, Morgana levels. And I can just give this guy Deathless, which seems good. They could play like Gnar plus Gnar's Wallop. Oh, shoot. Wow, I was not expecting that one. Oh, man. Okay.
If I'm forgotten, then no. I must be known.
They're pushing 5. They're pushing 9 damage if they open attack. If they don't, I just get to replay Morgana though. So they're in a tricky spot. And if they open attack, I could just Vengeance to slow things down. Okay, we should be fine. The double shackles is so brutal for their deck, right? This is what I mentioned earlier with the aggro decks struggling with the shackles. Like if they play shackles plus Zed, that's their turn. They'll have 1 mana left, and I can just replay Morgana. Windsinger is a cool unit, though. I actually don't play this all that often. I didn't draw it in my few games I played this deck. Okay. We're only saving 3 damage. I think we're fine. I'll take the gamble that they don't have another recall. Well, that's actually probably stupid. They probably have quite a few. But I'll force them to use it next turn on my Morgana or my Mage Seeker Inquisitor. And we're pushing a lot of damage too, though. They're gonna be forced to chump block some. Or trade, not necessarily chump block, but you get the idea. I'm just gonna start with Mage Seeker Inquisitor. Into Mage Seeker Inquisitor, okay. So this is pretty nasty. If they don't recall my Morgana right away. Okay.
No one is beyond my reach.
We should be able to kill most of their stuff here, though. We could sacrifice our Inquisitor here to get another Inquisitor back and annoying them. Gnar will be stunned or shackled. This guy can kill another, the Windsinger, or we could just keep him alive. If they don't have a way to deal with Morgana, yeah. For 2 mana, obviously, now with Suppression in hand, we should be good to go. I'm just going to swing in with everything, because they don't have enough ground units to threaten me. So Gnar should be shackled. Oops, I almost didn't pull Morgana. That would have been horrendous. Okay. You go here. You go here. They're forced to chump block with their
I do not fear them.
assassin, and that's not enough because they have suppression in hand. They're dead. Why didn't they play that? You know what I mean? Maybe whatever 2-minute spell they could have had, that would have done anything.
It's too late.
That was another fascinating game. I thought that was really fun. But yeah, I don't know. For whatever reason, I just hadn't touched this deck too much over the past few weeks, but I've been loving it. I haven't, like I said, I barely touched it compared to some of the other decks I played this season. But hey, we got to Diamond 2, which is pretty big. I really want to get to Masters, guys. I'm really bummed that I haven't done it yet. I feel so ashamed. Like, I'm a content creator. I have to be good at the game. You know, I took a break, obviously, but I'll be getting back into it. I'm playing a lot more on my own too, rather than when I was streaming a few months ago. I'd mostly just play on stream. So even though I've been playing so much more, I've just not found a groove. So I'm just checking my stats real quick, just so you guys can know how I've done with it. But yeah, obviously can't recommend the deck enough. It's one of the best decks for a reason, and the most popular decks. It looks like the tracker service is having an error, so maybe I'll have to do that another time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I love that deck so much. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. I will be back tomorrow, hopefully. And yeah, like I've mentioned a few times, once the new year starts, I want to start playing a lot more. So far I have a 60% win rate with the deck. There it goes. All right. We gotta have a good one. I'll see you next time.